Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Julz and Gems Podcast. Yeah, it's another one, and good thing you're listening because it's not just me talking this time. I actually have a friend of mine, and we are gonna talk to him about stuff that's going on in his life. I think it's pretty exciting. I think it's pretty cool. Probably because he's like one of the only people that I know that's like doing this like legit. And but yeah, I have my friend Ryan, right? You want me to call you Ryan? Because I've known you from you met me online, right?
I think so.
Yeah. We where did you first meet me?
I know it was on Twitch like 2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago?
I think so.
I mean, you're probably right. So I've only known you as like a username for a long while, and then you found me on Facebook, right?
Stalking, yeah.
Yeah, you stalked me.
I was like, I found your account, and you're like, no. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was like, well, as long as you're not weird about it, we that'll be fine. We can work with it. But yeah, I've known you for let's just say about a couple years. You've known me on Twitch. Let me go ahead and ask you, since we're on the topic of Twitch, what was it that brought you to my stream, and like why are we still chit chatting? You know, what made you stick around?
I'm trying to remember what game you were playing. What was it?
I mean, I can't remember 2 years ago of something I was streaming. Because I've been streaming for, it might have been. I mean, that seems plausible.
I think it was late at night. And I'm just like, I want something to watch, and I'm like,
and here
nobody's on, so just stream hopping.
All right.
And I saw you pop up. I'm like, okay, let's try this guy.
And
I was like, all right, he's good. Watch him for a while, and next thing I know, 30 minutes goes by, and I'm like,
not bad.
Oh, okay.
I was able to keep you about 30 minutes, so I guess that's a success in itself, I guess.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, I had been streaming. I thought say like 3, almost 4 years now. 2020 was kind of weird. Like, I forget that 2020 happened. And then like it just kind of flew by, and I'm like, oh yeah, that year happened, but I didn't really stream.
It's 2021. I thought it was 2020 version 2.0.
I mean, it's not that bad, is it? Anyway, but yeah, you've known me for a bit. I've known you've stalked me. You know, it's become this thing. But along the way, you told me, and this is why I have you on the podcast today, is because you're writing your own music. Like you're making your own album. I think it's pretty awesome. Yeah. And you said you had an album title?
Messenger. Think of Facebook Messenger, but not Sons.
Yeah, that's the way we've been communicating, is through Messenger, and I guess I inspired you enough to name your album Messenger.
I mean, it's kind of like that, but it has a deeper meaning than that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'd be honored and flattered if you named your whole album after just our interaction. But right. You know, I'm not going to take that credit.
Twitch, name one nickname I gave you on Twitch.
Yeah,
which I probably can't say on the stream.
Probably not.
Interview.
Yeah. But I do appreciate all the time that you spent, sending me memes and funny videos and such, and it's been pretty great. But I would like to hear more about your upcoming project, this album. What would you say your style genre in this music will be?
Well, if you met me when I was 14, I would say like death metal.
Wow.
Like, I'm talking like Whitechapel and maybe even Chelsea Grin, but
wow.
With this, think of like 70s, like Cream and like BB King, maybe. Wink, wink,
Ooh,
nudge, nudge, maybe.
just a hint of it, just a dab of BB King.
Like, take your rack of ribs, you apply barbecue sauce on it, and it makes it better, right?
Yeah.
Something that adds flavor to it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how I would fill it to it.
Oh,
But
I like that.
mostly,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want people to be like, oh, this is like George Harrison, which is my main influence growing up playing guitar now still. I mean, I was
Mm,
playing them earlier when we were setting all this up. And
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So well, actually, let me rewind a bit. Let me start off for anybody who doesn't know. I mean, there's probably gonna be a lot of people that don't know, but if you can just introduce yourself, start, your name, who you are, where you're from, and we already went over how you know me, so we don't need to rehash that. But
and
for anybody who doesn't know, who's listening, like, who are you? What's your story? What are you about?
my name's Ryan. People confuse me with John Lennon nowadays. I
Is
could see that, sure.
is it because you look like John Lennon?
I get that too many times in my life.
Oh wow.
And I'm like,
So
stop, please.
so
Don't be giving peace a chance all the time.
so for anybody who's listening, you can just picture this voice, and he looks like a John Lennon type.
Well,
Uh,
also, I come from Liverpool, England, so same place as him.
oh, see, yeah, Liverpool, England, and that's where you are right now, or where are you at right
No,
now?
I'm in New York.
Wow, wow. Okay, so from Liverpool to New York, how did that happen? What's that? What's that story?
I was of age. I couldn't stay home. My
What's
folks are like, you know what? If you want to go, we're taking you with us. If you do want to go, great. No
wow.
choice.
So it was your parents that wanted to leave, and you just went with them?
Yeah, America's the end of the opportunities. So they knew America could say,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, you probably have different feelings about it now,
yeah, I
but
still want to go back home.
I'm just curious. I'm always curious about when people immigrate here. I mean, I'm not myself an immigrant, but I have come from a line. My grandparents immigrated from Mexico to here, and I mean, I understand their reasons, but people that come from across the big pond, I'm always curious to, like, sometimes it's work, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. So I was just curious of, why leave Liverpool?
Again, I had no choice. If I could stay back home, I would.
Dang, okay. I mean, New York's not that bad, is it?
We got a very what's the word I'm looking for without trying to swear because I don't want to swear on your podcast.
I mean, you can, but I'll just have to remember to go back and, like, make sure it's rated E for explicit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say E for everybody.
No, no, no. Why? I don't. You can't rate R. I mean, there you just had to put an E on the track.
Right. Well, if that's the case, our governor is very shite, so
Yeah. I've heard things about the governor
if
over there.
the viewers are listening, they're like, oh, he's in New York now, and they probably know which governor I'm talking about.
Probably. I mean, if you're into politics, which I am not, I try not to get too much into politics. I mean, I hear a lot, I see a lot, especially being on Facebook and such, but
I'm apolitical. Like, I'm not the one that gives a shite. I'm
yeah.
not the one that wants to talk about it. So,
Yeah, I don't know. For me, honestly, I would just, my bottom line would be like, dude, our, politics is just too corrupt to really trust in it. In my opinion, it's like corruption everywhere. Don't know who to trust. It's all lies. So it's like, why invest in it? Why put energy in it? For me,
all I can say is back home we got free health care.
yeah.
That doesn't mean go over that way. Leave my home place alone.
You're about to start swimming, huh? You're about to just leave.
Thinking about it.
Find you a
Maybe at the
rowboat.
end of this whole interview, I might be going back.
Oh man. Well, hopefully, I mean, I think if you go ahead and finish this album project, that'd be something to take back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could even find some inspiration if you were to ever go. Do you have plans to go back, like visit, vacation, maybe?
I'm hoping within 10 years' time, just with me and the bird, and hoping to go back and visit, just so I could be like, hey, you may know around this city of where I'm at now, which I'm not going to disclose,
Yeah.
but back home, I could be like, this is where I played, this is where I went to, Accepted Park, I went to Albert Dock. So she could be like, yeah, that's nice.
I like it, man. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. So about the music, what how were you introduced to music? Music's obviously a big part of your life.
For sure. I would say growing up, I'm musically inclined and still am. Like, I'm always discovering new bands.
Right.
Like last year, there was this band called Midtown that's kind of like pop punk,
Okay.
and there's a song from them, No Place Like Home. And I was like, okay, that's actually pretty good. But as I tell a lot of people, I like my music how I like my weather from the 60s to the 70s, on occasion the 50s and the 80s, maybe the 40s.
Yeah.
If I'm really feeling it.
That's some solid music coming from them eras. I mean, I wouldn't say that I love, like, I'm not gonna say that today's music is like the best music ever made. I mean, definitely I'm more leaning on, 50s, 60s, 80s, 70s, 80s. 90s were fun, but I felt like
Yeah,
there was just better music.
well, with the 90s, you had the grunge era with like
real
Nirvana
attitude,
and Stone Temple Pilots and
real emotion.
Soundgarden. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would knock those out. I was listening to Soundgarden just what day was it? Tuesday, right before work, and it was Black Hole Sun. I'm just finding memories of how to play it. I'm like, I'll probably mess that up.
Yeah.
Long live Chris Cornell, though. Speaking of this whole 90s, Chris Cornell will be missed.
Yeah. So, out of the different decades, which decade would you say is your favorite?
Mix between 60s and 70s, because I know a whole catalog of music from those decades.
Yeah, I mean, you look the part, so that helps.
If I look like John Lennon, I must know.
You must really like that era.
Not intentional, I promise.
It's just your genetics.
Whoever listening knows me.
You were literally born to be John Lennon. A John Lennon impersonator.
Quote, imagine.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I don't think I look like anybody famous. So I try to just make my own face famous. But it's
I'm looking
hard.
at your face right now, just doing that smug hand above, right below the nose.
Yeah.
I was tapping my screen because I thought there was a hair on your forehead, but it was one of mine. I was like, that's really bothersome.
Hey, man, there's something on your face. Oh, wait, that's just my screen. That's pretty funny. I do appreciate you trying to get the hair off my face, though, even though it's a Zoom call.
Yeah, I thought it was like one of yours, and I just nudged it, and I was like, oh, it's one of mine.
Oh, man. All right, so how was music introduced to you in your, I'm imagining it was your childhood, right?
Yeah, like, do you want to know how I learned playing music, or just music as in music?
I think the origin is you had to listen to music first, right? Before you started playing it?
I would just have a little radio and we would use that, or I would go to like my mates, like I would say Nan's place, who would always listen to like Bing Crosby all the time and like Frank Sinatra, and I was like, I like this. Even though it was 50s, and then Dean Martin showed up, and I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, Sammy Davis Jr. And then she brought me into the Beatles, and now I was like, I like this.
Yeah. The Beatles, man. It's good. I actually have a coworker who was telling me about he's like, I would say not barely, but he's like really starting to listen to a lot of Beatles.
Oh
And I was
no.
like, oh man, that's cool. And it reminded me, I was like, hey, I'm actually gonna have a conversation with my buddy here who looks like John Lennon. So he was like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Can't keep that.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, just listen out for that podcast when I drop it, because you're gonna want to listen to it if you like the Beatles.
Come on now.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. So you were exposed to music young. When did you start playing? Because you said you're musically inclined. So what was the first instrument that you picked up?
Electric guitar, and I still have it. It's my 1996 Fender Stratocaster.
Hey, you have your original first guitar?
Yeah.
Nice. And how long have you
I'm
had
not
it?
selling it. I sold my first ever amp today, though.
Oh no.
But I have an amp that can replicate that sound of the amp, so
Yeah.
I'm not
You
shedding
can't
too
get
many
rid of the guitar
tears.
though.
No, I was kind of heartbroken. I was telling the shop on, I was like, I might need a tissue.
It's a hard thing, man, especially when
It
you're so
really
invested.
is.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. So you have your original first guitar.
Yep.
Do you name your guitars by chance?
Every now and then, like, what I want to get is a Telecaster, like maybe butterscotch, and name it Goldilocks. But
Ooh, I like that.
like, listen, I drive a Toyota Corolla, and you know what I named it?
Mm, I'm gonna guess. Uh, I don't know.
Corolla.
Corolla. Hey, Corolla. It's my Corolla right there. What'd you name
All
her?
right,
Corolla.
Corolla.
Oh, Corolla. There you go. There you go. I was just curious because I knew some people that name their instruments. You know, it's like some people would name their boats. I mean, I don't know anybody with boats, but I do know a handful of musicians.
No, for sure. Like Eric Clapton, he had a, I think it was a butterscotch tally, and I think he named it Blondie.
Mm.
If anybody's listening, they can correct me on that and say I'm a dumbass for it. And I know he got a black Fender not Strat, Tele, and he named it Blackie.
Blackie and Blondie.
I think so. I know one's Blackie.
Yeah.
What was my Gretsch? I might just name her Black Beauty. I don't know. I'm lazy with names.
It's all right, man. Yeah, I'm just curious if you were the type to do that.
Like, we have plants here, like at my place, at my flat. I'm better with that because my lady was like, Ryan, we got to name these. And I'm like, all right, Robert Plant, Leaf Richards. Um, she's not here, so I can't remember any of those.
mm.
But I usually name them. Oh, we also had another plant called, get this, Janice Croplin. Not?
Janice Croplin?
Yeah.
Wow.
As in like Janice Goplin, or whatever her
Yeah.
last name is.
Janice. Oh man, I feel like that's an older name, you know?
Janice Croplin, it's from like I think the 70s.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a 70s type of name. You don't hear any Janices these days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a lot of Karens, and that's an old school name.
Yeah, or Karen. Got a lot of Karens these days.
Oh,
Yeah. But let me go ahead and ask so how many instruments do you have?
as of now,
Yeah, as of all these years of being in music, introduced to music, blah blah blah, investing in music, how many instruments do you have total?
I have my Fender Strat, Gretsch, G5422T, Electromatic hollow body, my Rogue OLS1 lap steel, a pair of bongos, because why not?
Because why not?
I did have a bass, but I sold that today also. An Ibanez, I don't remember what make and model or what have you. An acoustic electric, and I think that's it.
Wow. That's like, I would say like close to 10.
No, that's like 4 or 5 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get more, but they just like, nope.
Oh, so why did you end up selling the bass?
I need money. I'm very cheap. I need money.
Oh,
It's New York State. Taxes are high.
yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Freak. I would like to visit, but I don't know if I'd like to live there.
Well, Drew, you already know what the future plan is, so
Yeah. trying to make it trying to make it back.
yeah, I'm sure everything will be calmed down globally by then, ish.
Okay. So let me ask, since you've been here in the States, what is one thing that you like that's here but not over there?
One thing I like that's here that's not over there. Uh,
Or is there anything that you've liked, like that you found that you liked that's in the States?
Not really sure.
No kinds of food, nothing like that.
I mean, New York's already known for pizza, so I mean, pizza's fine, I guess.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, do they have pizza in Dublin?
Dublin,
I mean, not Dublin. I'm sorry. Over there,
Liverpool. You
yeah,
do,
Liverpool.
yes, but
I don't know why.
New York's made for pizza, apparently, so
Yeah. That reminds me of this guy that I see. He goes around and tries all the pizza spots in New York, and he reviews them. I don't know.
no idea.
It's
Wow, I'd
some,
like to meet the guy.
I don't know. Somebody might know him who's listening, but I just see him as I'm scrolling, and it's just like, oh, he like rates pizza joints, which is fine. I'm like, hey, that's cool. It's a niche.
I'll do it
Yeah,
if I get paid for it.
yeah, bet right. Okay, so let me hear more about your album. How did you start to think that, hey, I want to make an album? How did this process start?
It was kind of like Paul McCartney, who said, "It came to me in a dream." My father always made music, and I was thinking hard, and I went to sleep, and I saw him. He's like, "Do something. You have music right in front of you, so do something." I woke up. I was like, "I should do something.
I should do something. You said this was your
Maybe I
father in
should
a
stop
dream?
taking these real dreams seriously, but I should do something."
Wow.
So I'm
Was
not trying to sound cliche of Paul McCartney saying it came to me in a dream, like let it be, but it kind of did.
it literally did. I mean, it happens, man.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, I should follow his footsteps, and like I
Nice,
would
nice.
disclose my whole name, but
I mean, no, you don't have to.
whoever is listening probably doesn't even know my father either way, so like doesn't really matter for that. No offense, viewers. Love you all.
It's okay. No one
Peace and
listens to
love.
this anyway.
Spoiler.
All right, so you have a dream, and in the dream, it's you decide that you want to do something, and you decide you're gonna make an album. What's the next move?
Right now, I'm still in the writing process of just okay. I like these lyrics. Then I'm busy 5 days a week of work, and I'm like, okay, this is draining my lyric battery.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I want to write something, it's like 3 in the morning, and I have work in like
Yeah.
9 hours. I'm like, oh, I should be sleeping.
So you stay up late nights writing, huh?
Depending, like tonight, I probably will be.
Mm. I mean, but it's the weekend tonight,
What? I'm busy Monday to Friday, so like the weekends, like Friday night, I could be like, okay, if the lady doesn't want to be in bed and watch Ghost Adventures, I could probably come up with something.
Mm. Okay. Oh, so you have someone in your life right now, huh?
I thought you knew this, Jewel.
I think you told me, but I don't think we ever talk about her much.
She probably doesn't want me to be all disclosure on her, but she's a very nice lady.
Well, that's good.
She's
I
very
mean,
supportive.
nice. Get you a supportive woman in your life.
Yeah.
For sure. Does she like music, or is she musically inclined?
Kind of, but not as much as I am.
Mm. Does she play?
Like,
Is she gonna be on your? Is she gonna be on your album?
I don't think so.
Ah,
I know. I'm such a prick.
mine.
No,
It's all
honey, not
mine.
now. No. Love, go back that way. No, love.
If she asked to be like a part of it, would you let her?
She wants to be the team manager, sure.
That's it.
Just tea, crackers, or biscuits and cheese. Please,
You won't even let her shake a tambourine or
No,
shake
I'll
her.
think about it. Because I also thought about how I can include the daughter,
Ah,
her daughter at least.
yeah.
But she's also like her daughter's 3. Her birthday's coming up soon.
Hmm.
But I'm like, she probably won't be quiet and it'll probably mess up the take. And I'm like, listening back to it, and I just have to try and go, yeah. Nope,
Yeah.
we have to redo it. I'm very picky about not picky, picky about that kind of stuff. Excuse me.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, it's your project. You know, you gotta be pretty nitpicky about it.
Because this is my fourth debut album since ages.
Mm. Very
So
nice.
I'm gonna be very finicky about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, if you have a passion for it, you know, it makes sense. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, so this album, um, how far along are you?
Never Cry is about maybe halfway because again because of work
Yeah.
and every time I do come up with something, it's 3 in the morning, or I'm like 5 minutes before I have to clock in for work. By the time I get out of work, I'm like, shit, what was those lyrics again?
So
It
like,
was good, but come on.
yeah,
Maybe it'll come back to me in a dream.
hopefully. I think you should probably like get a little tape recorder or find a way to record yourself. That way, when these moments of inspiration hit you, you can kind of like jot it down real quick, and then you can go back to it later.
The problem is, if I do it in a dream, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna like write it down or some have you, and I won't be able to go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Are you a heavy sleeper or are you a light sleeper?
Bit of both,
Depending on the day, night, whatever.
right?
I can feel that. Yeah. There's sometimes where, I mean, I'm mainly, I'd say, a heavy sleeper. I don't really wake up that much, but there is some nights where, for whatever reason, I'd be waking up like every hour. It's kind of like, why? I don't know. It's weird.
Can't help you. Take Ambien. I don't know. Take Benadryl.
Or just go to the
Don't
kitchen
do
and get me
drugs,
some.
kids. Don't be doing Benadryl without medical treatment or
Yeah.
consultants.
Kids or anybody who's listening who doesn't. Yeah. Don't do drugs.
No drugs.
No drugs. Uh, um, yeah. So this, the album, you said you're about halfway done. You're still in the writing process.
Still in the writing process, but I'm still thinking of like how I want it to sound,
Have you,
like so people can hear it.
mm, have you finished any like writing a single song? Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. How many
I have like
songs have you
maybe
finished?
3 out of the 7 done.
Oh, nice.
Like, and I'm like halfway done with one. So that's what I'm saying, like halfway done ish.
Ah, okay. All right. So that's what you wanted to be, just about 7 songs.
Yeah, cause so I could just be like, okay, this is it.
Here it is.
Now, I'm not saying no to a future album. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. To anybody who's listening, if you want to buy it, that'd be fantastic. I'll be
Absolutely.
sure to give you an autograph saying thank you.
Yeah.
But with the album, like the one I'm working on, if they do want the copy, If they want my autograph and a personal thank you note, I will include it.
Yeah, well, definitely whenever you do finish it, I mean, I would like to have it, not have it. I mean, of course I want to have it, but I want to have you back on so that we can talk about the entire process, right? Uh, you putting it out, blah blah blah, and then that way I can link it in the podcast, and maybe we can get a sample of it.
Absolutely, I'll be down for that.
Yeah. So we'll have you back for sure when that album completely drops and it's in everyone's laps, just destroying people's brains.
I just hope they don't be like, oh God, it's that British guy again. It's John Lennon.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, you stalked me, so I mean, I might as well give you a little bit more airtime. So
listen, I'm like Tom on MySpace. I could find anybody.
I don't even know.
Even you, viewer.
I don't even know how you found me. Do I want to ask? I don't know.
No, I think what I did is I think on your Twitch bio, you had your name.
Really?
And so I just went on Google or Facebook and just try to see if you had a Facebook for your Twitch page. And I think that's how I found you. It's just through that. Putting the dots together.
I'm gonna have to go in and change some information.
Yeah, I see your credit card info. I see the social.
Yeah.
Peachy Keen. I can now use this.
For anybody else who wants to have that information, just go ahead and Google me, I guess. It's all there. All right. Well, we talked about the album. We talked about you getting into music. Besides the guitar, do you know any other instruments?
Yeah, I know sitar. I know drums. A little bit of bass. Where can I start? Multi-musical instrument person, I guess.
Very
One
nice.
of my favorites is the triangle because you just go ding, ding. This is fun.
Yeah, ding. Man. I mean, definitely it comes in clutch when you need a nice ding,
But the best one is the cowbell because everybody needs more cowbell.
Gotta have more cowbell, and that's the law.
Absolutely.
Very
if you have not
so.
watched the SNL skit, guys, watch it. Worth it.
Absolutely. Actually, if you haven't watched that, I mean, why are you even listening to this right now? You need to go watch that.
There's a lot of things I could recommend, but half the viewers are probably underage, and
you think my audience underage?
I don't know. They're like, "Wow, Dad, this
I don't know.
guy told me to watch this."
I honestly don't know who listens to this. I don't know. I get information on where these people are that are listening to it, how they're listening to it, whether it's on their phone, what type of phone, if it's on Spotify, if it's on Apple Music, blah blah blah. But I don't know who. It doesn't give me that information, but it does give me all that other information. So I don't know who, but I do know that I looked at some stats from the previous episodes that I uploaded, and I was like getting people listening from places I didn't even know people. I was just like, I don't even know anybody from Nevada. And I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. I mean, there was a bunch of places and states, like somebody listens to this who was from Quebec. And I'm like, I literally don't even know.
Hey, those Canadians are cool. So, but the people in Nevada, show us them aliens. Come on. We're getting disclosure soon, hopefully.
Right.
I'm with you guys.
Yeah. I mean, there was several more. But like there was a bunch of states I was just like, there's some states where obviously I was like, well, I do know someone there, but I don't know if it was them. But it was like
called me creepy with stalking.
I mean, that's just, me being me, I guess. I was just curious. But yeah. I would say man, my musical taste is pretty have you listened to the last previous episode by chance?
Which one was it? Pass Me the Aux cord?
That one.
Yes, I did listen to that before walking. I was gonna click on the other one, but I'm like, no, 2 hours.
I don't have
I
3
have to
hours to
work.
freaking just consume that. I understand. Yeah, it was a lot, and it was kind of a heavy topic, but there
I
was
enjoyed it.
it was a lot of people that listened to it and needed to hear it, and I'm glad they did. But yeah, you listened to my previous episode, so you got a taste of some of the music that I listen to lightly. I mean, of course, I have tons of like different playlists with different genres, and I mean, tracks on tracks on tracks, blah blah blah. That was just a little insight of 5 songs that I just don't get tired of. What are 5 songs that you never get tired of?
I have to think about that. But you did surprise me with Tame Impala.
Really? I surprised you with that?
Yeah, because not many people listen to Tame Impala.
I agree.
But
I completely agree. And I'm just like, dude, Tame Impala is so good.
they are.
I mean, the genius of Kevin is just, I didn't know. First, I thought they were just a good band. Then I saw some videos and I'm like, oh, they look cool. But then I learned that Kevin Parker like writes all the music and like plays all the music when he records. I'm like, bro, this psychedelic, just
That's why I like it.
orgasmic ear jams is all from your brain and your fingertips. And I'm just like, wow. And he's got a really nice voice. It's just like really, I'm like, oh, Kevin Parker, bless you, child. Bless you.
So what decade are we going to talk for favorite music? Like early or later stuff, like 90s onward?
Well, I would ask you about, earlier stuff, because you said you're heavy into 60s, 70s music. If you could pick from the top of your head, like maybe 3 artists that you really relate to as far as style, could you name them?
One would be George Harrison.
Okay.
Maybe Cream, because Sunshine of Your Life or Love is always a good hit.
All right.
Eric Clapton's good in general, so.
Oh yeah, Eric Clapton, legend. Okay.
Probably just the Beatles also, because I listen to them a lot. But
yeah, I would say that you listen to the Beatles the most, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
But also Ravi Shankar is also good too.
Okay. Nice.
If you want sitar music, listen to Ravi Shankar.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, sitar music, you know where to go.
Not my place. I don't have one yet.
Okay, so that was music from that generation. Do you have any music that you like from today's music?
Like with kids, no. Listen to like Billie Eilish or whatever her name is.
Eyelash.
I don't really know what it is.
I mean, that's close enough, I guess.
Like I don't understand that. Or like today's rap of like, let's say XXX or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I listen to the old school rap, so like I'm talking like DMX, Wu-Tang.
Oh, rest in peace, DMX.
Absolutely. Even though it was tragic.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but
I have a movie of his in just the other room of him in it. It's Cradle to the Grave.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It is.
That's
I was
one.
Watch it the other night with the lady. She's like, "No, maybe not."
Come on, it's DMX.
Exactly. Jet Li, I think.
Yeah. That's a movie actually I grew up with, so I watched it a lot back when DVDs were a thing.
I have a whole lot of DVDs. I'm a movie guy.
You're a movie guy, huh?
Absolutely.
Nice. So it doesn't really surprise me that you've seen Cradle to Grave now that you know so much about the movies and you're a advocate for the cinema.
I'm still sad I can't really go watch a movie in the big screen.
Oh, you still are not able to over there?
I don't think so. Maybe.
You haven't looked
Anybody
into
in
it?
New York who's listening, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and then you can buy me a ticket to
Yeah,
watch Jurassic World Dominion.
there you go. Let them know. Let them know. Someone go buy my man's a ticket over there in New York so he can go watch the big screen. Because man, I recently went. It was about man. It's actually like a month. No, wow, it's something like a month ago. I thought I
What
read
was it?
recently. I went to go watch. It was an anime movie. Demon Slayer movie.
Oh, okay, you asked me on that one. I know what the anime is, sure, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't, but that was just the one where I was anticipating because I'm into anime. Shout out to
right.
anybody else who's into anime, but if you're not, that's cool because I'm still new at it, so I don't really shun anybody who doesn't like anime. But yeah,
It's
that
okay to
was
be a
a
weeb.
yeah,
I'm not shaming you.
yeah. I'm
I
not
am
shaming
too. Like I watch
anybody.
it too.
Absolutely,
Like I
absolutely.
watched Wave of the Fireflies the other week with the lady.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of getting teary eyed. She's like, nah. I'm like,
No,
what?
no, that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, that was the last.
Halloween Castle is
That
good
was the
too.
last movie I went to go see. I went to in the theaters, and they had recently opened up, and I was like, you know what, that's just in time. So I went and got my ticket, and it was actually a really good movie.
That's good.
Yeah.
Last movie I watched was Underwater with Kristen Stewart, T.J. Miller, and whoever's not seen it, I'm not spoiling it for you, but it's actually pretty good.
Wow. I never even heard of that.
You should check it out. I'll talk to you after the stream thing. Now I might spoil the ending for you.
I mean, you're fine to do that if it's that good.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it for the viewers who have not seen it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We don't want the viewers to get mad and find me, on Google and then find out where I live, and then yeah.
Yes.
Now that everyone knows it, they can find out all my information. Um,
I
yeah, but
still want J.J. Abrams to release that True Cloverfield sequel.
oh
Cloverfield
yeah,
Paradox is not a worthwhile movie.
no, you didn't think so?
Cloverfield, the original, will always be one of my favorites.
Nice, nice,
That and
yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, they're making a new Jurassic Park movie, right?
Yes, and I watched all of season 3 of Camp Cretaceous in one day, and I'm like, well, shit, what am I going to watch now?
Oh, is that a good show? I seen
It
it, but
is. I recommend it.
okay, you
I
recommend
mean,
it?
it's made for kids, so it's not going to be over the top, like bloodbath,
Oh, okay.
like in the books of Jurassic Park and whatnot. But it's entertaining for a 28-year-old, so it must be good for anybody.
Well, I mean, you're 28, but you probably you know classify as a child.
When it comes to dinosaurs, yes.
I
If I
like
could choose dinosaur chicken nuggets at a restaurant, I'm buying it.
Dino Nuggies. Oh, for the win.
Cocky milk and dino nuggies.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's fun. Man, I don't. Godly, how long has it been since there was Dino Nuggies? Oh my
You could
gosh.
probably still buy them.
I
I
need to
know
find
Kid
out
Cuisine or
where.
whatever you guys had them.
I need to find out where. I will literally go buy Dino Nuggies and sneak them into the Jurassic Park movie.
Do it and then send me some so I can have some also.
I'll send you a picture. I'll be like, look, I'm eating Dino Nuggies watching Jurassic Park. Envy me.
No, Dominion though, I'm hoping it's gonna be good.
I hope
Because
so
we got
too.
Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Ellie Sattler, and then like the new cast of like Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard. So
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
can't
hoping it's
wait,
gonna be
man.
good.
I'm glad.
That's
I'm glad you're into the movies too, man. That's that's something that who was I was saying I think I was telling a coworker um I was like, "Look, man, I'm into movies too and I actually introduced some people into some different kind of like I'm really into Star Wars. I don't know if you are.
I am.
Okay, and there was some coworkers that I talked to, probably the only guys that I like talking to. I actually introduced them to Star Wars.
Oof. That must have been the joy.
I mean, I think I got more joy out of them just like wanting to get into it. Like I didn't force them. I wasn't just like, my house, you're sitting on my couch, you're watching all these episodes. Like, no, they were just like, what's this about? And I'm like, oh, because they obviously know me as the Star Wars guy because I've got like Star Wars merch, Star Wars, a cooler cup for my drink, hats, such, and they always see me with the gear. So they like, hey, what's with the Star Wars? And I kind of tell them like a little thesis about it, like a little, teaser, without like giving everything away. And they were like, oh yeah, I should try it out. And they ended up trying it out and liking it a lot.
Just gotta say, it's like Star Trek, but better.
But better. Oh man,
I am not the coworker you are looking for.
I've tried watching. I mean, I've watched the Star Trek movies, the recent ones.
I mean, I'm trying also, but it's not going to go well because they only like Wrath of Khan. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean,
just
those
for that one scene everybody knows.
Yeah.
That's it.
Those movies were, wait, wasn't Star Trek made by J.J. Abrams?
No, that was Star Wars, the new ones.
No, I want to say that maybe it was the first Star Trek movie. Let me double check.
Into it. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna look right now. Star Trek movie.
The Japanese theme. I think it is too, but I could be wrong.
Oh my gosh, I typed in Star Trek movie and all the older ones came up. I mean, oh no. Okay, wait. Oh no, I found it. It was
Star Trek made one.
The first Star Trek.
J.J. Abrams made that one.
Yeah. So he's really into the sci-fi.
Oh no. Carl Urban is in it.
Yeah.
From The Boys. That's a good show.
That is a good show.
And Simon Pegg's in it. Bloody hell.
Simon Pegg. I was actually listening, or not listening. I was watching a YouTube video. Speaking of Simon Pegg, I was watching a YouTube video of someone reacting to watching Hot Fuzz for the first time.
That's a good movie.
That is a good movie. And this woman that was watching it, she thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so funny and really well done. I really like those movies.
Simon Pegg's always good though.
Yeah.
I love his films, Shaun of the Dead. That's one of my favorite films.
Shaun of the Dead. Have you seen what's that new one that came out? Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead?
Did you watch that one?
No. I do have Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
yeah. Not Army of the Dead. I have not seen that.
Yeah. I think it's because it's on Netflix.
It is, yes.
Yeah. I watched it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay.
I might watch it tonight. Who knows?
Yeah. Hopefully, you enjoy yourself if you watch it. If not, then it's fine. I'm not gonna say it's like the best movie I've seen all year, but it was decent.
I stand by Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero original, which I own.
Oh, nice on DVD.
I do have it on DVD.
It's so weird to think that we grew up in an era where, I mean, before DVDs. I mean, there was cassette tapes, video VHS tapes, and then now there were DVDs. I mean, there still are, but it's kind of phasing out. It's kind of weird to see DVDs phase out.
I remember when DVD was trying to be like Blu-ray, it'd be HD DVD.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like Blu-rays, but do you think that they're not really like worth it?
See, I do this one website. I think it's called like, is it worth it.com or something?
Maybe.
And it compares like DVD to Blu-ray, and it tells you if it's worth it or not. Half the time I want to say yes, but some of the features, like say the bloopers or not, or zero. As compared to like, say the DVD.
Yeah.
Streaming nowadays. Sorry, I thought my lady got home. I don't know.
No, you're fine.
With streaming, there is a movie on streaming I'm gonna be watching hopefully soon once it releases. That it's not gonna be a surprise to anybody, but it's Peter Jackson's Get Back about the Beatles and all that.
Oh,
And
nice.
as soon as I see that hit physical release, bye.
Definitely getting that Blu-ray hard case. All the goods. $100. Drop it.
I've seen the original Let It Be film from 1970. I think it was directed by Michael Lindsay Hogg. And it's depressing.
Straight depressing.
What's that?
It's straight depressing?
Yeah.
Wow.
With the Peter Jackson film, it's supposed to be more upbeat.
Well, I hope so. What was that other movie? Did you watch Yesterday?
Yes, and I have mixed feelings about it. Look, I will admit this. Seeing the John Lennon scene made me cry a little bit.
Right? That was crazy.
Spoiler alert to anybody who has not seen that.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now.
I do recommend it, but it has some details in it that I'm like,
didn't really vibe with
you.
You.
Left that out. Like I own Yellow Submarine, A Hard Day's Night, Help on video, physical format.
Yeah.
And I'd rather watch those. A Hard Day's Night is one of my favorite Beatles films and films in general because it's always funny. And if you like psychedelics, watch Yellow Submarine. That's always a fun time.
Yeah, hopefully not on drugs though, right? Because
don't do drugs though.
We don't support
you can take any other psychedelic thing, but don't do drugs.
No drugs. Put on some crazy glasses and watch Yellow Submarine, but no drugs.
There you go. Put on like kaleidoscope glasses or something.
Kaleidoscope glasses and watch it upside down on your couch.
There you go. I don't know why you would be upside down wearing those kind of glasses unless you're on drugs, but that's me. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, instead of drugs, do something that would make you think that you're on drugs.
Like I watched fireworks once with 3D glasses, and that was something.
That's pretty cool.
It was actually really cool, yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to go watch. Well, I live in a small town where I'm at, so they put on a firework display, but it's not really too crazy, nothing too grand. I would love to go see like a really grandiose, like over the top, like, all right, okay, I get it. It's been 4 minutes and it's still going kind of firework display. Like I want to see the biggest and grandest. I don't know why.
I think we'd have to go to Las Vegas for that, something.
Yeah, like Las Vegas or maybe New York or maybe no.
Don't come here.
Huh. I thought New York would have had like a really nice.
Maybe in some other parts of it, but not where I'm at.
Okay. It's good to know.
See, with me, with fireworks, I just think of, because I'm hard of hearing with tinnitus also, because I get the ee noise in my ears. And I'm like, maybe I should be on hearing protection. Oh, wait, my hearing's already screwed up as is. Never mind.
Wow. So you have like this hearing thing, and yet you're a musician making an album. Yeah. That's inspiring.
I can hear you just fine, but if you were like, say, 10 feet away whispering something, I'd have to turn around and say, what?
What? Speak louder, son.
I'm in my prime. What?
In your prime. Optimus Prime.
I was thinking more like Amazon Prime, but sure.
Oh, yeah, Amazon Prime, too. Shout out to Amazon. Sponsor me.
Yes. It's crazy of how that has had to be adopted with technological advances nowadays. Like, say, you buy something, speaking of Amazon Prime, and you get it literally the next day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd imagine you probably get the next day.
I mean, I'm not going to disclose, but not really.
No?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because I know someone who lives in Seattle, and Amazon headquarters, I think, is
Well,
over there.
yeah. They probably do get it next day or same day.
Literally same day or
Must be
like
nice.
next day. I'm like, wow. I have to wait like 2 days.
I sometimes have to wait 5 days, but that's probably going to change soon.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like we went on such a tangent. We're not even talking about music anymore.
With my album, if I could do Amazon Prime and send it to you, I'll make sure it's priority delivery and make it there sooner.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Oh,
just have to talk to my manager about that and
that
see what I
brings
can do
me
for you.
that actually makes me think of a question. So we were talking about how everything's moving to streaming. When you drop your album, are you going to drop it on streaming platforms, or are you dropping it physical, trying to get physical copies out there?
I'm thinking, I'm not ignoring you.
No, you're good.
I would like to do actual CD and maybe vinyl, but that's probably going to be expensive also. But maybe streaming, maybe Spotify, maybe Apple Music. But if they want a copy, just have them find a way to contact me and I'll get you a copy.
Yeah, for
Because I would
sure.
like to make sure everybody has a chance to listen to it.
I mean,
Even
for
if you
sure, you're
want,
sending me one. For sure.
no, for sure. You're my buddy.
Now, I'm just curious because, like, I found it like interesting how when I was getting this podcast set up, like the process of getting it, I thought it was going to be. I mean, it actually kind of is if you do it, on your own. The process of getting stuff put on Spotify or Apple Music or some of these streaming platforms, but I found out that there's websites that host podcasts and they distribute to them. So I was like really lucky that that was an easy way to get my podcasts on these platforms, and I just got to make sure that it's on there. It passes. Make sure it's not too crazy. They got to review it or whatever. But I was like, man, I wonder how it works with music. Like, how is there a platform for the same thing, like with music instead of podcasts? I don't know how that works.
I would think so. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm hoping. I'm so in talks with the recording manager, hoping to hit the studio by late this year or early next.
Yeah.
So, and then you got mixing, engineering, mastering, and hopefully out the door.
Yeah, man. Oh, I mean, well, definitely whenever you come back on, and then like the album drops, we'll have all that information, and that way you can tell us how that process happened and everything that you had to go through to get it to drop.
I mean, it's only 7 tracks. Hopefully, they won't take too long.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, man. That's exciting stuff, man. I'm excited. You've sent me lyrics to your music and stuff, and I can't wait to hear it fully, whether it be physical or on streaming. And yeah, man, I can't wait for it, man. That's gonna be dope.
I mean, Drew, if you have any questions about the tracks, because I'm looking at them right now, go for it. If you have anything,
About what specifically?
like if you want, anybody has any questions about the tracks or what they are, or
oh yeah. So do you have a track list? Do you have the titles of the track list? Let's go ahead and hear that.
Messenger, Forever May, My DT, Turquoise Lotus, Peace and Love, Dear Friend, Feather of a Bird. That's why I said spoil with Peace and Love.
Yeah, man, that sounds good. That sounds good. Do you on the ones that you have written, you said one of them was Messenger. That's going to be the album title. So that's the star track right there.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I found it funny because I'm Hindu that my buddy was like, Ryan, my deity is Thor, and you're Hindu, and what does the Om symbol look like? because I'm planning on making my DT a Hindu-esque song.
With the vibes of Hinduism in there.
Right. Like, I'm hoping to include tabla and sitar and whatnot.
Nice.
And the Om symbol is pretty much a 3. And so having a Hinduish song as the third track, he kind of found it ironic. And I'm like, you're thinking too much into this.
No, that is interesting. I wasn't aware. I didn't know you were Hindu.
Yeah, that's a known fact for anybody who's listening.
All right, so we got a Hindu, hard of hearing gentleman from New York who is putting music out and looks like John Lennon.
Yeah, no, I'm in a relationship, so no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Messenger, Forever May, My Deity, Turquoise Lotus, Peace and Love, Dear Friend, Feather of a Bird. Man, these are really good track listing. I like the titles of these tracks.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to hear what they're about.
On things.
And you said you had 3 of them ready, right? That are done written?
Yep.
Which ones are those?
Messenger, Forever May, Turquoise Lotus.
Okay. Turquoise Lotus. That one kind of sticks out to me. What's that one about?
It's about pretty much a song for my lady, because her favorite colors turquoise and teal, and lotus, as we all know, is a flower, like a really beautiful flower.
Right.
So I'm trying to compare her with her favorite color as a beautiful flower.
So it's about your lady.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wink, wink. No, nudge,
Very
nudge.
nice. So it's like a love letter to her, or is it just about her?
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. All right. Forever May. Are you referring to the month, or what's that about?
It actually is. I'm surprised you caught that up, because Forever May, my father passed away in May.
Oh, wow.
So that was the very first track I written too.
Yeah, man, that's wow. I like that.
He didn't die of this whole pandemic. Don't worry, viewers. He died from a heart attack in 2014. I'm fine now, thank you. But I'm trying to break the fourth wall. Not easy.
No, it's
fine. How does Wade Wilson do it?
Well, he has a camera on him, and that's how he breaks that fourth wall. So he looks right at the camera.
Hi, viewers.
Yeah, basically. So Forever May is about your dad, or
what's that?
Forever May is just about your father, or is it just about you?
Pretty much a tribute to him.
Okay. And the last one, Messenger. What's Messenger about?
Messenger. I mean, I could talk about all these tracks because I got ideas for them all.
Oh, okay.
Messenger is finding inner peace and accepting that good things will happen.
Oh, see, because you found, and we talk on Messenger, so I'm the person that brings you peace. The song's about me. I get it.
Because I used to battle depression, and now I'm just trying to find that inner peace within, and find happiness, and that's where that song came up from.
And it's because we talked to Messenger. Is it because I help with your depression? Okay. I get it. Thank you, though.
Just kidding. It's about us talking on Messenger.
Yeah. It's about our Messenger messages.
Exactly.
I don't think there should be a song about that, honestly.
No.
If people knew the stuff that you would send me. I mean, I'm literally looking at you sending me a GIF or GIF, however you say it. It just says these nuts. And just it's falling walnuts.
I forgot I sent that.
Yeah. So, yeah, probably not a song about our Messenger messages.
No. A song about these nuts, yeah.
A song about these nuts in the style of the Beatles.
Well, that's the new album title.
These nuts. You can reach a broader audience.
Hey guys, would you like to hear about these nuts?
Yeah, I got a song about it.
Too bad. Here's Wonderwall.
There you go. Here's Wonderwall. All right, so you said you have ideas for the other songs, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's go with Feather of a Bird.
That one, I was thinking about just being free of like anything like stress, what have you. But then I was like, you know what, that sounds too much like Messenger. So I'm like, maybe I should make that instrumental. And it's probably going to be more psychedelic than anything else on the whole album. I'm thinking like, let's see, Beach Boys, Pet sounds psychedelic-ish.
Okay.
Because that's a great album. I can listen front to back, no problem. Beach
Yeah.
Boys, Pet sounds. And if they want a good Beach Boy song, I recommend. What song was it? Hold on, I'm looking it up. I know it on the top of my head, but I can't remember what. Come on, music player. Thank you. I'm not playing it because I don't want to copyright you.
You're fine.
Diamond Head.
Diamond Head. Nice. Okay. So that was a Feather of a Bird. You said is about freedom or flying or the feeling of flying.
Yeah, then I was like, that sounds too much like one track. That's my internet connection is unstable. No, it's stable. I know it is. But it's probably just gonna be a psychedelic instrumental song.
Kind of something to get you out of your head.
Right.
Nice.
Let's see. 2 songs are kind of depressing. So I'm trying to at least lift some spirits.
Right.
I don't want to make a sad song all the time. Come on, guys. It makes me sad too.
Yeah. Hey, but these are,
I may look like John Lennon, but I have feelings too.
Right. All right, so next track, Dear Friend. What's Dear Friend about?
That one, in my city where I'm from, we had a local musician tragically killed a couple years back.
Oh, wow.
And he was very well known. And it was going to be a tribute to him. But when I was starting writing the lyrics, I'm like, this could be to anybody who lost somebody along the way of, like, say, this whole pandemic or through not getting the help they needed.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this goes out to anybody who lost, say, their best friend growing up. Because I know I have.
Right.
Now, we're not talking about my bandmates, Julian. We already discussed this before this thing. Well, I just wanted to make sure anybody could relate to something. At least one track on this whole album. If you can relate to the whole album, I applaud you.
Yeah.
It's not me doing something. That's me applauding to you. Trust me.
Yeah. Good disclosure. Yeah, that's very good. And
don't ask what Peace and Love is about. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Peace and Love. Yeah, is that your feel-good track?
I would say so.
Nice. Okay, I can see that.
Maybe Messenger, Peace and Love, and My DT is gonna be the feel-good tunes.
Okay.
Because My DT, again, I'm Hindu. It's just trying to, like, not religious song, but think of the song My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. Kind of like that.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I can definitely imagine that. Sure. Oh, I like it, man. I like it. That's pretty conceptual type of album. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, that was us talking about your tracks. Before we wrap this up, was there any questions that you had for me?
Was I supposed to? What?
No. Just if there was something that maybe you might have wanted to know. I like to give that option because I don't want to be like, oh, it's my podcast. I'm the only one asking questions. Like if there's something that, through our conversation, or whatever.
Just like a natural job interview. When they say, "Do you have any questions?" I'm like, no. No, I don't think so.
That's fine. That's fine if you don't. I like I said, I like to keep it open to my guests, to the gems. Because there's someone who asked me, that I was telling them about the podcast and like, what's it called? And I was like, oh, it's the Julz and Gems. Like, oh, and then like when they went to go search for it, they looked under like the jewels, like an actual jewel. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So my bad. I should have specified, since it's me. People know me as Julz. That's the play on the word Julz. And then like they asked, who's the gems or what's the gems? Like the gems are the guests, the people who I'm talking to on the podcast. Or if it's just me talking, then I consider anybody listening the gems. Because gem of a person, yeah.
Speaking of gems, another band I can listen to nonstop back in the day is Pink Floyd.
Ah, dude. Pink Floyd.
I can go on about that.
I think one of my favorite Pink Floyd tracks is Have a Cigar.
That's a good one.
That one, or Great Gig in the Sky is pretty classic.
It is.
There was another one that really resonated. I was like, man, what is this track? I was like, it's a whole different vibe. I was just like, man, I like the sound of this. Let me look it up. Pink
I recommend listening to Coming Back to Life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good track.
Actually, Pink Floyd, obviously they're not a band touring right now, but they do have like what are they called? Cover bands?
Yep. Tribute bands.
Tribute bands. That one. Actually, they had this really good tribute band that came around my area. Apparently, they were like the number one tribute band in the world, like the one that was like the closest, like rated, like, and they sounded, holy crap, they sounded all like, if I had my eyes closed, dude, it sounded so good, so good.
I might be judgmental because it cannot replace David Gilmour.
Maybe. What were they called?
No, Julian.
Oh man, I don't remember. Hold on. The discography. What was the album that was it on? Was it on Dark Side? No. Time's another good one. Was it The Wall? Hey You's a good one.
That is good, yes. Listen to Interstellar Overdrive and tell me what you think after this.
Oh, I can't remember the song it was. Oh, was it Wish You Were Here?
That's a very sad song.
Oh, Welcome to the Machine.
That's a good one.
That one, like, really, because, you listen to some Pink Floyd songs and it's kind of, but Welcome to the Machine was to me, it was a very different vibe. It was kind of like semi-industrial type of vibe, kind of a little grungish, like I guess a grunge-ish type of, it was just kind of like a little bit heavier sound, as opposed to like Great Gig in the Sky, very melodic.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. And I was just like, yo, I like that they were able to like tap into this type of sound. Yeah. I would play it, but I'm not going to play it. But yeah, Pink Floyd, I was introduced to them in my younger years, and I'm glad because it really opened the doors. Another great band. It opened up that kind of genre, that kind of psychedelic type of indie rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was exposed to it, and I was like, man, I didn't know this music existed. It kind of like broadened my taste. So I'm appreciative.
People need to listen to Boston at least.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
We would be here for hours if I was going to talk about straight on music like this. And maybe another podcast. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, we'll talk about music again. And then definitely we're going to be having you back whenever the album drops. So if anybody's listening, that's something you can anticipate. When that album drops, hopefully sooner rather than later. But of course, take your time. We want it to be good.
Give you updates.
Yeah, you're gonna keep me updated, and we'll have you back on, and hopefully we'll have somewhat, we'll have a taste of it on the podcast, and then we'll have information for where you can find it, such and such, and then it'll be out there. Boom, that'll be dope.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, Ryan, I thank you so much. I'm not gonna take any more of your time. I was so glad that we were able to get together and talk about your album and music and movies. And definitely whenever I have another podcast, knowing that you are into movies, I can have you back on and you can have your opinion and input about some movies.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be down. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Ryan, so much for being on the Julz and Gems podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you, Jewel.
And thank you for letting everybody know where to find my personal information. It's not that hard, apparently. Just kidding.
I was kind of alluding towards audio or some analogy.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Go to Storm in 51. We're going to storm you. Go to his house, everybody.
Everyone come to my house. I mean, there's nothing to do here, but y'all are more than welcome. And probably don't have enough food or drinks for anybody, but we can still have a good time. Though. Yeah, we'll watch a movie or something. We'll watch Army of the Dead.
Oh, there you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Julz and Gems podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you on the next episode. Y'all have a good one. Later.
Yeah.